Shootings now in less than 24 hours this time. Thanks for joining us at 4 o'clock. I'm Cherie Palello.
And I'm Ashley Kirkland. The most recent happening on Findlay and Central in the West End. And overnight, this one really disturbing. A 9-year-old girl was killed after a shot was fired into her home in Silverton.
Kelly, it's a very disturbing scene out here. Neighbors say they heard this gunfire last night. This is the address. It is on Plainfield Road. It's 3061. And if you look up there, you can see neighbors tell us this is a quiet neighborhood, no trouble until last night. And if you take a closer look, you can see this house is riddled with bullet holes. One of them went through the window or a wall and hit the girl. Can you tell us anything about that part of this case?
Well, you know, each of these individuals has some type of history with drugs. So we can assume that it was drug related. I do not know that. Begin that whole investigation.
Was the family of the victim instrumental in that, cooperative in helping you find these individuals?
I can't speak to what the family did or did not do. The family has gone through quite a tragedy here, and I know that we spoke to the family because of the crime, but I cannot say that the family participated.
Continuing to follow 2 shootings in Winton Hills. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Megan O'Rourke.
And I'm Ken Brown. Those shootings were just hours apart, and now one woman is dead and a home is left riddled with bullets.
So right now, Fox 19's Kendall Hyde joins us live from District 5 with the very latest. Kendall.
Yeah, Winton Hills has been a pretty violent past 24 hours to say. You know, you had one woman get shot at 26 years old and she lost her life, and then just around the corner, 20 plus bullets riddled her home.
I just heard about maybe 15, 20 shots from my bedroom window.
Around 4:30 Friday morning, Brett Lilly was getting ready for work when he heard several gunshots outside of his Winton Hills home on Wednesday Avenue.
It's kind of scary, but it's sad, but it's happening out here a lot. So you kind of get immune to it, but that was too early in the morning. Like I said, I'm so close to the action that I heard it getting ready for work myself.
Lilly's calm reaction and demeanor to Friday morning shooting was alarming to local activist Tierra Powell.
And that's scary. We out here, and like you said, it's 22 shots, and we have kids walking around.
Officers on the scene did not say if anyone died in the shooting, but the Hamilton County Coroner's Office arrived at the home around noon. And 5 hours before the drive-by shooting on Wednesday Avenue, several shots were fired into a bedroom window on Kings Run Court, killing a pregnant 26-year-old mother, Isis Roseman. CPD says they were on the deadly scene on Kings Run Court from 11:30 Thursday night until 3:30 Friday morning, gathering evidence and talking with family members and witnesses. After hours of investigating, police could not confirm if Roseman's murder was a targeted attack or if the 2 shootings were related. With her mother now dead and 22 shell casings outside of a home less than a block away from each other, Powell says it's time for city leaders and residents to step up and make these communities safe.
The city has amazing data. We need for them to use that data. People have talked about more patrol. We have talked about programming a whole bunch. We just need to see more. I think that we hear a lot of plans, but we don't see a lot of movement.
And Ken and Megan, right now police have not made any arrests, and they also say they don't know if these 2 shootings are in relation to one another. However, they are asking you at home to please call Crime Stoppers at 513-352-3040 if you have any details. Once again, that phone number is 513-352-3040. Reporting to you live at District 5, Kendall Hyde, Fox 19 Now.
Shootings now in less than 24 hours this time. Thanks for joining us at 4 o'clock. I'm Cherie Palello.
And I'm Ashley Kirkland. The most recent happening on Findlay and Central in the West End. And overnight, this one really disturbing. A 9-year-old girl was killed after a shot was fired into her home in Silverton. WLWT News 5's Brian Hamrick is live where that young girl was shot. And Brian, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Ashley, well, the bullet holes in this house really tell the story. There are 25 of them in this small home. Now, take a look. This is just along Plainfield Road at 6031 Plainfield. The shooter fired off with total disregard for anyone inside, including this 9-year-old who was hit and killed. Now, the shooting broke out at about 11:40 last night. The girl's identified as Demaya Pickens Barton. Investigators say she was inside when the gunfire began. Well, one of the bullets went through either the glass or a wall. It hit her. She was taken to the hospital and she died there. If you look at this home close up, there are more than 24 shots that hit the building. One neighbor familiar with guns said he associated the sound of what he heard with an assault rifle. The bullet holes indicate it was some sort of high-powered weapon. Neighbors say police were picking up shell casings that were about 2 or 3 inches long in this thing. It was long enough, it was loud enough that it rattled the entire neighborhood.
There were 2 groupings, maybe 8 to 10 in the first one, and then a short pause and 2 to 3 after that.
And you knew right away this was gunfire?
Yeah, based on the cadence of the shots.
Yeah, now they believe that the vehicle was moving down Plainfield, either slowed down or stopped in front of the vehicle. But right now, there are no suspects and no vehicle description for this crime. Reporting live, Brian Hemrick, WLWT News 5.
Just absolutely devastating. Brian, what have we learned about anything about the people who live in that house?
Well, we know that there was a person living here. There was a homeowner. Apparently that house was sold about a year ago. Another outfit bought it. It became a rental home. Now we're told that the grandmother of the little 9-year-old lived here, and that the 9-year-old and her 2 sisters often visited. So whoever came here came to the home of a grandmother who often watches children to deliver their message, actually.
Brian Hamrick reporting live. Thanks so much.
For a horrendous murder of a young girl, 9-year-old Demaya Barton Pickens. And in this press conference, I'm going to outline the men we've arrested and what they've been charged with. I'm going to outline the timeline. And prior to starting, I just want to say our sincerest condolences to the family of 9-year-old Demaya Barton Pickens. And it's been an unimaginable loss for the Silverton community. To lose a young girl in this manner it's unspeakable. And frankly, all of us are angry and heartbroken over this tragic murder. I'll start with Silverton community leaders are here with us today. We have Lieutenant Paul Neighbor, District 5, Silverton, Mayor John Smith, Village Manager Jack Cameron, and Council Member Britt Bourne. I'd also like to acknowledge our team here at the Sheriff's Office, Chief Jay Gramke, Captain Steve Minnick, and Sergeant Joe Lee, who have worked tirelessly in our criminal investigation section on this case. First of all, the murder took place Monday, July 10th at 11:40 p.m. in the 600 block of Plainfield Road. There are 3 individuals involved.